does the best that they can. So everyone in this land learns to make their own stand. In this land, everyone does the best that they can. Take my hand, come with me where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll run to a... And then it goes through exactly as you would anticipate the end. So let's just come in on that last verse, right on it, and then we'll have to be done.
Okay.
After that, people can use facilities as you need, and we'll want to get your microphone set up.
Okay.
All right, so let's pretend that we're coming in on that last verse. Everyone in this land learns to make their own stand. In this land, everyone does the best that they can. Take my hand, come with me, where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll run to a land where the river runs free, to a land through the green country, to a land to a shining sea, to a land where the horses run free, to a land where the children are free, and you and me are free to be. You and me are free to be. You and me are free to be. You and me. That's how we'll end it. Okay? Does that work for you?
That works great.
All right. I'll lead us through that end part there. There's a little bit where that repetition of the you and me are free to be and you and me are free to be. It's repeating the B minor and the G chord for those lines.
Yeah, basically 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
I made some cake before I got here. And I was like,
Not bad for throwing this together
oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
without an extra rehearsal. But we see how much of a benefit those are when we can have them.
Yes, but it's,
We do what we can.
yep.
All right.
See through. Less voice will be on Bob at 4. And I'm sorry that we did not get that tested earlier.
Should I do the vocal mic?
Again, colder every day.
For now, but
Less sun every day.
I don't know how you're going to signal me if you want it on.
sorry.
I don't know how you're going to signal me if you want it on.
Usually there's a box for
By vocal mic.
parents who cry during their
the,
speeches.
I mean the stand up.
Oh, the standing mic.
Yeah.
Well, just until the service starts. We can have it come back on with the service.
Okay.
You're talking about that standing mic right there?
Yeah, the one that's not the diaphragm mic.
Yep. I would say just until the service starts.
All right.
Just in case they're standing in front of it and talking. Okay. So let's. Nice thing for you is that you've got pockets.
Got pockets?
You've got pockets. So you don't have to clip it onto a belt or anything like that if you don't want to. In fact, I don't think you have a belt. So you're going to need to put it in your pocket. And I'm just going to,
It goes through the fabric, of course.
now again, anything with this is. It's on.
Okay.
So before we start, that's when we turn it on. Let me just show you. You get this in your. Go ahead and stick this in your pocket. Doesn't matter which one, whatever you're going to want to keep it.
This side.
Probably on that side. just like that. All right, so when we start, that's what we'll do. Work for you?
Yeah, and then during.
And then when you can check, you can always like look into your pocket to see if it's on or not. You can pull the pack out and just check it.
And during the silent prayer, you just don't rustle.
Yeah, I would say just don't like whisper or anything like that. If it rustles a little bit, it's not getting here. I only turn mine off if I know that I need to like talk or say anything. I really know that I don't want to be on mic. So if you don't, do you want to leave it off for now and then we put it on when we're about to start? All right, here, I'll help you out here. So we'll just set this on the piano until we need it. So right now it's on. See? No green lights.
You turn it on.
Before we stuck it in your pocket, we didn't have it on at that time. So yeah, before we put this in your pocket, we'll make sure that it's on. Great.
Okay.
Does the usher generally have some kind of offering for the police officer?
Do you mean like food, or what do you mean like offering for the police officer?
Food, drink, and greeting.
I mean, well, usually there will be some kind of interaction between them and, like checking. Well, usually we'll give them something own egg at the end.
Good, thank you.
Of course.
I guess we got
Yes, sponsored by the Jennings family for next week. Yeah, the reason is that a lot of families, this is like just institutional history. It used to be that, and in many places it still is, the idea of honoring the family, like the Friday, the day
But it's only like a half hour.
Wait a second, come on, let's get something more dramatic. Yeah, let's get the important. I was saving, okay. I was saving a damsel in distress or something.
Oh, you know it. Really? Rabbi? Shalom.
Rabbi? Happy anniversary.
We'll talk after. Shabbat shalom.
3 years. It was almost 3 years exactly. You know, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's missing this. Can you share lunch? Yeah, we'll share. And I brought you 2 books also.
We don't know.
They haven't made official of what I was told. Decisions about what goes back.
This is, well, twice. One's at near the beginning of the service.
Okay.
And come on up. And we have 2 blessings, 2 meditations I'd like you to offer. This will be on, might be on even now. So we offer these 2 meditations. And then someone needs to first light the candles and then read these 2 meditations right here into this microphone.
Okay.
And then we'll all sing the blessing together as a community. And then later on in the service, we'll call you up, and there's 1 cup of wine.
You really, unfortunately, you get all the best and worst news.
Thank you for all. Sorry?
Thank you all for being here.
No, it was ours.
Thank you for your help with us too, by the way. Helping out with the stuff.
Mostly because I'm feeling. We'll start in just a minute, friends.
I've actually had my cookie today. And only from
Yeah.
Les, let me get you hooked up.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
It's so
shalom.
good to see you on this beautiful night to sit and relax and join us, whether you're here in the sanctuary or you're joining us online. It's great to have you here in this beautiful sanctuary. So when we come together on Shabbat, we just want to make music. This is our third Friday, all music service for the whole temple family. And so just you should have with you a prayer book, and you should have a program that looks like this, so that you can follow along with the words both in Hebrew and in English. They're here. The Hebrew is transliterated. For you who are joining us online, we have these tools online as well. There's a link for the flipbook version, and there's a link for this program as well. And so please join us. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
A melody just to gather us here in this space. Yada lai 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 lai. 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 Yada lai 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 lai. Yada lai 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 lai. The Shabbat asks that we look inside ourselves and we wonder what is here, what can we change in the future. We've had a busy week. We've had a happy week. We've had some discouraging parts of our week. But now the Shabbat enables us to be here with one another, to be in community, to be with everyone if we can in sort of a psychic way, certainly with the people who are joining us online. And we always wonder inside, how was our week? How did I react to the people around me? Did I react well? Did I bring myself and my best to any particular situation? And we always ask ourselves those questions. We should on Shabbat. Shabbat is our chance to evaluate how we fared this week and how we're going to be in the week to come. May this Shabbat enable us all to have the songs that we sing tonight in our hearts and maybe leave here with a melody. Some are familiar, some may not be. So that we can find this week to come a better week. For those of you who may not know, and I hope that you do, we have this week begins Pride Week here, or Pride Weekend actually, here in Madison. And so tonight we nod to that. We acknowledge that here in our community as we celebrate the pride that we feel and that our LGBTQ cousins and friends feel as well. So our community observes Pride Shabbat back in June when we have World Pride. That's kind of the time where more communities globally, certainly across the United States, are observing LGBTQ Pride. And so that's our more robust and official Pride Shabbat. But we thought that at least leading into this Shabbat of Madison's observance of LGBTQ Pride that we would nod to it here and there. And so if you look in your supplement, I don't have the page numbers written in our outline, so
Right, so we're turning to page 4 in the supplement.
4 in the supplement, we have a little bit of Rainbow Connection. Why are there so many
songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. Rainbows have nothing
to hide?
So we've been told,
And some
choose to believe it.
I know they're wrong.
Radically. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would heard and answered when on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, somebody believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing?
What do we think?
We might see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow correction, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Have you been half asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls to young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it.
It's something that I'm supposed to be.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers and dreamers and me. La da 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 dee da da do, la da 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 dee da do.
And it is good for us all to be here together. At the bottom of page 4 in the supplement, we continue with Hine Matov.
Just note, too, that instead of saying Shevet Achim, which means the dwelling of brothers, we'll just say Shevet Kulanu, the dwelling of all of us. It's good for all of us to be here together. Hine Matov.
Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov. Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day. Nimato manayim verachim gam yachad. Nimato manayim verachulanu yachad.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together
on this day.
Mato.
Manayim ve'melanu yam yachad. Nemato manayim ve'kulanu yam yachad. Ve'kulanu yam yachad. Ve'kulanu yam yachad.
Next Shabbat morning, on August 27th, one young woman from our congregation is going to come to our bima to become bat mitzvah. And I'd like to invite Sadie and her family to join us here. They're joined us here tonight, and we will tell you later that they're also hosting us at the Oneg Shabbat this evening. We would like to invite them to offer a meditation before the candle lighting for Shabbat. The candle lighting here is on page 5 in the supplement. So please listen to the meditation, attend here, and then we welcome Shabbat with light and joy here in this community with one another.
Who can look directly into the light? We can behold only a small portion, a fragment of the light. And when the one light is fragmented, the colors of the rainbow result. So let us give thanks for all the colors that are ours. All of them are part of the one light we are all bathed in, the one light that is our fountain of life. Blessed is the match consumed in king-lion flame. Blessed is the flame that burns in the secret fastness of the heart. Blessed are the hearts with strength to stop their beating for honor's sake. Blessed is the match consumed in king-lion flame.
On the candle.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. Blessed are you who commands us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Thank you. Please be seated. We join one another by welcoming Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, thanking God for the beauty of this day and to pursue it with all of our hearts. Lecha Dodi, it should be on page 138. We're doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
דודי לקראת קלה ילדה 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 לשבת קבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה ילדה 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 לשבת קבלה שמור וזכור ודיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד שמו אחד, שמול תפארת ולתפילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה ילדה 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 לשבת וקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה ילדה 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 לשבת וקבלה. לקראת חב"ד לכו ונכה כי היא וכל Sohona Dor Emune
Am Segula Oikala Oikala
Lechatot dilikat kalay yalalay 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 Shabbat lekabela Lechatot dilikat kalay yalalay 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 Shabbat lekabela.
On page 141 in the prayer book,
You might need to help them find a line for that, I'm
I
thinking now.
think that's probably a good idea. Let's find that line for you. On page 141, we're going to be offering,
From all of the voices of the many waters.
so Mikolot Mayim is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th line from the bottom of the Hebrew and English transliteration. Mikolot Mayim Rabim, these words from Psalm 93, the strength of the waters of creation, the strength of the waters of the world we are hearing in this music.
Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereya
Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereyam Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereyam Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereyam Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereyam Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpereyam Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai Adir Bamarom Adonai.
The greatness of worship is the fact that we can be together and help one another through our prayers. We begin with Baruch Hu in a moment, praising God and then thanking God, really, for the miracles of creation. But in a way, we are partners with God in those acts of creation, and so we also can thank one another for the support it takes to live in this world, which sometimes is very complex. So on page 100, actually in the supplement there is Baruch Hu, also on page 146. We have Baruch Hu, our call to worship. We invite you to rise. We're starting with just Baruch Hu tonight.
Adonai
praise to God for the gift of Torah, Ahavat Olam, on page 150 at the top.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha Ahavta, Amecha Ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Ukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shalteinu, Einu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam. Yihem chayenu, v'yorech yameinu, u'bahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ahavatcha al tasir, Imenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Page 152 in the prayer book.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai Echad.
And in the supplements, we continue with an English version of the Ahavta, which you can find. Oh, sorry. We'll get there. It's on page 7 of the supplement.
Love Adonai your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you walk in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie symbol between your eyes.
Write
Them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gate, and upon your gate. Teach them faithfully unto your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way,
when you
lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise.
We dream of freedom, we speak of freedom, we read of freedom on page 158. We offer Micha Mocha, that song of freedom from Torah, inspired by Torah, that brought us out of the land of Egypt to freedom. 158, Micha Mocha.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah tehilot, Yosef Peleh, Torah tehilot, Yosef Peleh, Adonai imo leolam ba'ed. Malchut ha'ra'u panecha, rokei hayam leMoshe uMiriam, ve'yanu ve'yameru, ve'yanu ve'yameru, Adonai imo leolam ba'ed. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
On page 160, at the bottom of these brachot on each of the pages is a blessing for God's extending protective care over us. The end of Hashkivenu is this beautiful bracha about the sukkah of peace that covers us all, we hope.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu, al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu, al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim, shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Atah אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו. ועל ירושלים שלום. ברוך אתה, אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום. שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל.
At this time of year, and especially on Shabbat, we really do look inside, and sometimes it is about us. It's about improving the self. I ask you to turn to page 181 in the prayer book, and we'll be offering this as sort of a prelude to our tefillah tonight. Create a pure heart within me at the top of 181 with a melody written by Cantor Nami for this prayer that we offer.
You may notice that the last line of the English here is Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. That will lead us into our tefillah. Create a pure heart within me. Let my soul wake up in your light.
Open me to your presence. Flood me with your Holy Spirit. Create a pure heart within me. Let my soul wake up in your light. Open my heart to your presence. Flood me with your Holy Spirit.
Then I will stand and sing out the power of forgiveness. I will teach your love to the lonely. The lost will find their way home. I will teach your love to the lonely. The lost will find their way home. Adonai, open up my lips, and my mouth will declare your praise. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth will declare your praise, and my mouth will declare your praise.
Our tefillah begins on page 166. We invite the community to rise for tefillah 166.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham,
Bezrat Sarah.
You may be seated if you like, and on page 172 in the prayer book we continue with the joy of Shabbat that we offer ourselves and one another on the Yisrahu on 172.
Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Honeg Shabbat Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Honeg Shabbat Yom HaKadashei Kadashei Shevi Shabbat Kulam Yisrael Leitanu Mitubecha
Shabbat.
Shabbat Yismechu V'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Oneg Shabbat Shabbat Yismechu V'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Oneg Shabbat Ve'ashvim Ve'tzitamo Shabbat Yamim Oto
Karata Shabbat.
Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Oneg Shabbat Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei Oneg Shabbat Zecher Na'aseh
Bereshit Shabbat.
Shabbat
Zecher
Na'aseh
Na'aseh Bereshit Shabbat.
Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei
Oneg Shabbat.
Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Borei
Oneg Shabbat.
I apologize for, I think I gave you the wrong page. It really was earlier in the prayer book. You all knew it, so that was good. On page 172 now, we stay there in the paragraph below, in the second line of the Hebrew paragraph, onto the third, Kodshenu b'mitzvotecha, that make us holy through the observance of Shabbat and all the other sacred obligations that we have. Kodshenu.
Kachenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha. Kachenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha. Yalai lai lai Beinu b'tuvecha v'semachenu b'shuatecha. Zameinu b'tuvecha v'semachenu b'shuatecha. Kachenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu עבדך. יאי לי 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 לי, יאלה לי 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 לי, יאלה לי 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 לי, יאלה 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 לי 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 לי, לי לי לי.
And on page 178, Shalom Rav at the top of the page. 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Hasim
Leolam.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Hasim Leolam Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom Ki ata hu melech adon
Lechol hashalom.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Hasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha
Hasim leolam. Tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha
Hasim leolam.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha
Hasim leolam.
Hasim Leolam Hasim Leolam.
We now offer some time for quiet prayer, our own prayer, perhaps the prayers we find in the prayer book. And at the conclusion of the silent prayer, we'll meet you on page 8 of the supplement, the middle of the page.
Gives me these miracles, awakens me each day, breaks the chains of slavery, who shows me the way, who steadies my footsteps, who opens up my eyes, who lifts up the fallen, that we all may rise, that we all may rise. That we all may rise, that we all may rise, that we all may rise. Gives me these miracles, who awakens me each day,
Who breaks the chains of
slavery, who shows me the way, who steadies these footsteps, who opens up my eyes, who lifts up the fallen, that we all may rise, that we all may rise, that we all may rise, that we all may rise,
that we all may rise. Who says shalom? Who says shalom? Bimromav. Who yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al Yisrael. Ve'al Yoshvei Tevel. Ve'imru amen.
Ve'imru amen.
Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen.
Ve'imru amen.
Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
On this day, which is again the third Shabbat of the month, we actually ask people if they want to come up and share simchas with us. Life is hard. Life can be full of difficulties, but we also have beautiful things that happen to us. So if you have a simcha that has happened to you or is going to happen to you in the month of August, we want to invite you to come up and share your simcha. And when you do, you have a chance. You will receive, if you would like, a Temple Bethel bookmark. We all remember what books used to be like, these like prayer books or something. So this is a magnetic bookmark that has our contact information. Oh, no, it has just nice quotes on it and our phone number on it. But it reminds us that for our sake was the world created. And it also has a citation from Yehuda Halevi, who writes, "My pen is my harp and my lyre. My library is my garden and my orchard." So if you would like to share your simcha with us, there must be someone in the month of August who is sharing a simcha, or something happened to you for the first time. Because actually, I think we're going to offer Shehecheyanu in a second. So if something happened to you for the first time, come on
It
down.
was a good thing.
It was a good thing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Please join us. We have some simchas coming up here. And an anniversary. Oh, okay. That's a simcha, right? So, what is your simcha?
Well, for the first time, we're going to celebrate our 55th anniversary this month.
All right, that's a first time. So, and we also, and what is do you have a different simcha? Oh, they go together. So we also have nice Derech Eretz wristbands, if you'd like one of those too. Lee, do you have something to share? Come on. Here, speak into my microphone.
Sure. Well, besides the fact that we're celebrating about Madison next week, my parents' anniversary is tomorrow.
Mazel
So
tov.
we'll go with that too.
Mazel tov. Stay here for a second. Okay. We are so glad to share these simchas with our community. Anybody else want to share?
Jonathan?
Yes, please. Les.
On Monday, we're expecting a new grandchild into us.
Wow. All right. Mazel tov and safe arrival.
Thank you.
B'sha'a tova.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Anyone else? We say Shehecheyanu because we are so glad to be celebrating for the first time all of these simchas. So hold still.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu
melech
haolam.
Shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu Lazman hazeh
Mazel tov. Thank you for sharing. such beautiful simchas with us here. We all,
120 for anniversaries.
that would be an accomplishment, right?
Be a real accomplishment.
120, did you say, for anniversary? I don't know, but you passed 60 a few months ago, so we have people with wonderfully, long marriages here, thank God. Not that everybody has a different life, of course, and some people get married, some people don't get married, but, it is wonderful when you can get that far, when you have taken on those obligations in your life. I want to ask the community to turn to page 9 in the supplement, because now we offer prayers of healing. There are people whom we know and people that we may not know who need prayers of healing at this time. Members of our community lie in the hospital tonight. They lie at home, hopefully regaining strength. They lie in the hospital finding cures, we hope. And there are people, again, whom we think about. We have almost 100 people on our healing list for Temple Bethel. But in addition to those 100, I'd like to invite you, if you would like, to add names of people whom you think about who need prayers for healing as well. It happens, we don't know exactly how healing works in our world, of course, but we do know that when someone knows that a community such as ours is praying on their behalf, it raises their spirit. It allows them to put to use their own healing powers they have within. We start over here. Oh, please.
Some psychologists did research on that about 25 years ago, and there was a significant difference.
There is a correlation. There's a correlation, so we know that people do gain strength from communities worshiping and offering on their behalf. So are there people whom you'd like to name who we could also say a healing prayer for? And are there other people we should be thinking about? God allowed, and in our hearts, we name those facing illness and pain, and we join our prayers to the prayers of all who love them. On page 9 here in the supplement at the top.
May the prayers we say for the ones that we love fly as birds on the wing to all those we think of. May their prayers be our healing blessings to those in need. May their burdens be eased, may their pain disappear. Make them healthy and whole, give them nothing to fear. Give them a healing of soul and body. Refuah Shlema. Refuah Tanefesh. Refuah Haguf. Yishlach lanu refuah shlema. Refuah tanefesh. Refuah haguf. Yishlach lanu refuah shlema.
It's now my privilege to invite the congregation to turn to page 123 and to invite Sadie and her family to join us again on the Bima to offer the Kiddush and help the cantor lead us in Kiddush on this Erev Shabbat. Again, page 123 in the prayer books. Family, please join us here. And let me give this to you for you all. And if you want the brachot, on page 123. That's okay, you got it. And we just start there. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, ve'ahava u'rason imchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila, למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה ורצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
And Sadie, thank you and your family for joining us tonight, leading us in brachot and being our sponsors tonight for the Oneg Shabbat. We'll greet you again in a little while. Please be seated, and we invite the congregation actually to turn to page 586. And don't be seated, everybody, because we stand for Aleinu. We invite you to rise for Aleinu on page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, ותקנו לה ליוצר בראשית, שאונות השמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous always be a blessing. I'm going to be offering a meditation from page 592 in the prayer book. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. At this sacred time, we call to mind those who died in recent days connected to members of our community and those whose yahrzeit occur at this time, the anniversary of their passing. If you are here tonight observing a yahrzeit or in mourning, we invite you to rise as the name of your loved one is recited, and then you'll be joined by the whole community as together we rise and we offer the mourner's Kaddish. But these are those whom we've taken into our hearts with our own. This week we are remembering Marion Meyer, the mother of Marla Frank. A beloved member of our temple, Stephen Heilprin, Sally Jar, stepmother of Herb Jar, Stacy Shapiro Sigmund, wife of Tim Sigmund, daughter of Mary and Lon Shapiro, sister of Sarah Shapiro Jimenez and Shanna Shapiro. and Ed Marshall Jr., father of Zane Chrysanthemum. And these are the Artzeiten we observe at this time. In continuing dedication to their memories, we recall Jack Auerbach, Sarah C. Berman, Henry R. Bluth, Aaron Bublik, Edith Kariski, Joseph Colin, Carolyn DiTullio, Rita Dvoskin, Michael Etzkin, Leo Friend, Joel Evan Garton, Irving Guinness, Norma Menchel Giovinazzo, Paul Bernard Goldman, Zelda Goldrosen, Isaac Goldrosen, Stanley Jarrow, Harold Johns, Bension Karsh, Tom Lang, Josh Lerner, Sylvia Libber Mitz, Louis R. Lorman, Andrea Manis, Albert Marks, Edwin Isidore Megeff, Michael J. Meldman, Wilford Gilbert Mindlin, Florence Parks, Shirley Roman, Stella Rosenberg, Rabbi Frank Rosenthal, Sophia Frog Roth, Sarah Manhoff Rotter, Saul M. Schreck, Sarah R. Seniko, Myron Tebenkin, Jay Wexler, Lorelei Wexler, Mary Wiganitz, Anna Wurtzel, and Avron Zechman. There may be others now tonight in this community of worship who are also remembering someone dear, and if you would like to add your loved one's name to this list of memory, to this Kaddish list, we invite you to do so if you would like.
Rabbi Ann Fold.
Are there others we add to this list? Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for blessings. We now invite you as a community of consolation and comfort to turn to page 598, and we all rise. We're all invited to rise for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. We join one another on 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen. Please be seated. Our service is about to conclude, and when it does, those of us who are here in the sanctuary have the opportunity of sharing a beautiful Oneg Shabbat, which tonight is sponsored by Sadie and her family, the Lazar family. Thank you to Mona and Lee and to your whole family, really, for joining us and for sponsoring this night. Next Saturday morning, just reminding people, at 10:30 is when Sadie comes to the Bima as a bat mitzvah, and we're all looking forward to that happy day. Great to have you with us all tonight. Just a few other brief announcements, please, I hope. Let's see, tomorrow, this is just sort of connected to the worship calendar that we have. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., there will be Torah study, now hybrid, led by Nicole A. Jar, who is our Director of Lifelong Learning. And that will be both here in the premises, if you wish to be here, or on Zoom. And tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., we welcome Jordan Sandel to our Bima as a bat mitzvah. This week to come, next Friday evening at 7 o'clock, our sisterhood will gather here in and around the gift shop that we have, and they will dedicate a special plaque in memory of Sandy Dutch and Lottie Frank. And at 7:30 p.m. at worship next Friday evening, we will install the new sisterhood board in a brief ceremony here during worship, and we'll be doing other things as well. Next Saturday morning, there will be Torah Study Now Hybrid that will be led by Stephen Olson. Sadie Lazar will be called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah next Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. And at 6:30 in the evening, there will be a virtual senior Havdalah, which is called Our Jewish Connection, Ukraine Now and Then. Many people in our community have connections to Ukraine, and in fact, someone who volunteered in Ukraine this past spring will be with us. That's an online event, by the way. That's all virtual. But please join us as we celebrate Havdalah together, and we hear what is happening in Ukraine, which is really the pale of settlement for so many of our ancestors, and even today, some people related to members of our community. Not on the worship calendar so much. There are important events that are listed on the back of the program. Please take it home. As the cantor had mentioned earlier, this weekend here in Madison, we observe Pride in the Park. And so there's a flyer out front. I hope that you got it. They're calling it is the Magic Pride Festival. So please join the community between 1 and 6 p.m. at Warner Park. You can take one of these home to remind you if you like. They're sitting on the table if you didn't get one already.
And if you want more information about it, I think you can go to the Outreach website and they'll have details as well.
Thank you. Yeah. The High Holy Days is 5 weeks away. I didn't mean to say 5 days away, 5 weeks away. So yeah, every rabbi would say, really? So, but 5 weeks away. And we begin next week to enter the month of Elul. And Elul is important because that really begins the time for each of us to focus on the important work of repentance and the important work of teshuvah for us as individuals, not only for us as a community. So as we enter this period of time, look for email from us. Come to worship and think about those ways that we each can improve in the year to come. Inspiring us tonight here, I would like to thank Julie Nessel and Alexander Lemkin and Les Goldsmith and Cantor Namey, the Promised Band, too, because they give us inspiration. They give us comfort here. Every third Friday, the Promised Band plays here. So I deeply am appreciative of all of your work, friends, to bring spiritual awakenings to us on this Shabbat night. Any other brief announcements that people would like to make? Seeing not.
Well, actually, one thing I would just say is that yesterday evening there was an interfaith, I think one of the first in a very long time, an interfaith pride service that was hosted at First Baptist Church. I believe that if you go to their website, it might be possible to watch the recording. So if you were not able to attend that service yesterday evening, but you're interested in seeing what an interfaith kind of ecumenical approach to pride might look like, you may still be able to go back and watch.
And if you don't find it, email us and we'll try and find you the link. So if you want to turn, or if you're not, but if we ask you to turn to page 10 in the supplement for just a concluding song, as we prepare to leave this place. This is a song that some of you may know and some of you may not know. So
You
we
know it,
offer it together.
there's a slightly different lyric, but you'll forgive us.
No, we'll commend you.
Indeed.
We'll commend you.
There.
There's a land that I see where the children are free, and I say it ain't fair to this land where we are. Take my hand, come with me, where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll live in a land where the river runs free, in a land through the green country, in a land through the shining sea, and you and me are free to be.
verse.
I'm missing my lyrics.
Here.
Thank you.
Everyone
in this land learns to make their own stand. In this land, everyone does the best that she can. Take my hand, come with me, where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll run to a land where the river runs free. To a land through the green country. To a land through the shining sea. To a land where the horses run free. To a land where the children are free. And you and me are free to be. You and me are free to be. You and me are free to be. You and me.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. All right. Nice job.
Todah Rabbah, thank you very much. Forgot to pull out my other lyrics before the song started.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. How can it be bad? You.
Can you hook it?